we did it again. Verizon was just named America's most reliable network by RootMetrics for the 16th time in a row, proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon builds networks. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network, Verizon. Best and most reliable based on RootMetrics reports from second half 2013 to first half 2021 of 3 operators on all network types combined, not specific to 5G networks.
Winning comes in all shapes and sizes. It's different for everyone. One thing is certain. Every day there's an opportunity for a win. Just like scratchers from the Virginia Lottery. Everyday grab and go. Everyday giftable. Everyday fun. It's where anticipation meets instant gratification. Like the new Virginia Lottery Scratcher High Roller Blackjack with a chance to win up to 10 times your prize. Now, that's an everyday win. Drive to a retailer near you. Odds of winning any prize, 1 in 4.16.
Welcome to the Inspirational Living Podcast. Today's reading was edited and adapted from Live and Grow Young by Arthur Edward Stilwell, published in 1921. The hypnotic pull of the years does more to shorten life than all the so-called diseases of the earth. It robs us of the needed life-giving, life-sustaining atmosphere on which our body lives. It takes from us the youthful tints and colors that are necessary to produce youth and maintain its freshness. Rise above the spell of your years if you would retain youth. Then the lines of age will not manifest in your face. You will stand erect at 100 or more, and your step will have the elasticity of youth. For your thoughts and your viewpoint are building your atmosphere and will be reflected in your body. After 50, the spell of old age slowly comes into your thought consciously or unconsciously. You hypnotize yourself each time you look into the mirror. A few gray hairs appear. You remember your father's hair was gray at 55, and your grandfather's at 50. So you accept it as inevitable, and do not attempt to resist it. At 60, you daily think of the friends who are passing away, and wonder how much longer you may last. Pains come into your joints. You accept them as an indication of years. You give your system just the atmosphere needed to produce more pains. There is no resistance. Were you to find a burglar in your room, you would resist him with all your power. But the greatest burglar of all, age, is not resisted. Through fearing and hating it, you encourage it. At 70, you daily think you are within 10 years of the so-called allotted span of human life, and wonder if you will reach it. About half the time, you consciously or unconsciously wonder how near the end you are. You are thus weakening each hour of the life atmosphere on which your body lives. Could you see your atmosphere, you would understand how weak it was becoming, and how necessary it is to arouse yourself to a realization of youth consciousness to combat this destructive spell of the years. At 85, you figure you have perhaps lived longer than any relative you can remember. You expect weakness and accept decrepitude as your lot. You accept the admonition of those near you that you are not as young as you once were, and that you must be very careful. Your atmosphere is depleted each day, until there remains no life force to sustain your body, and that which you greatly feared has come upon you. Why not resist this hypnotism of age? It is not an impossible thing to do. Think youth thoughts, and age will lose its power. You are the master of your years. It is your inheritance to have and to hold life. And you can do it just as long as your vision will allow you to build the needed atmosphere on which to feed your mortal machine or body, the atmosphere that allows it to produce life. If you cannot look in the mirror without seeing the marks of the years, do not look in it until you have acquired the youth consciousness and allowed it to fill your mind and thought to the brim. Make a practice of smiling at your reflection in the glass. It will make you look and feel younger and have a tremendous influence on your atmosphere. Affirm youth before you go to sleep. Affirm it when you awake. Walk the streets full of the conscious conviction that you are young, that you are youth. Feel life vibrating through you with each step. Affirm youth and all it represents, the bright eyes and glowing cheeks, the elastic step and a graceful bearing, and you will develop an atmosphere that will enable you to retain the natural color of your hair. Your eyes will not grow dim, and you may, as Moses did, reach the age of 120 with your natural forces unabated. If you feel your power is growing weaker, or that you have lost it, run after it and command it to come back. If your hand begins to tremble, do not accept it as a necessary affliction and expect it to grow worse, for this picture has creative power, and if your fear is strong enough, your body will produce it. Know that it is only the false hypnotism of years that has brought about this condition, and break the spell. You can talk to your hand, command it to be still, and assure it that it is just as steady as it ever was. Tell it that you will not allow it to manifest anything but youth. Command and demand it to gracefully perform its proper functions, and it will obey you, for you are the master of your body, if you will assume the mastery. Stand before the window each morning, and for 5 minutes think of the sun kissing and gladdening the earth, just as vital and life-sustaining as it was 10 years ago. See all your faculties and the organs of your body, just as vigorous as they were 10 years ago. Say a dozen times, I am strength, I am power. Affirm this with feeling, and know that your word is law. You will break the trance of the years, and live and grow young. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that we do not count a person's years until they have nothing else to count. So keep on moving, keep on achieving, and give the world something else to count. From time immemorial, humanity has sought the elixir of life. Quests have been made in all lands for the fountain of youth. It has been the dream of every age to extend our earthly existence, but out of the centuries of disappointment has come the realization that the prolongation of life can never come from without. It can only be the product of the within. It is the thinking and living of life that will banish years and give you health. All things worth possessing have their price, but things that add most to your success and happiness cannot be bought with gold. You may break the laws of nature, yet by chance live to a goodly age. But why depend on chance when there are laws that can be followed and depended upon? Love has its price, peace has its price, and long life has its price. Are you willing to pay that price? It is not paid in coin, but in governing your thoughts, your acts, and your deeds. Neither can you wait until the mortal body is a wreck and expect to pay the price at the last moment to secure youth. You cannot begin too soon. Those who dissipate their fortune cannot remain wealthy. Those who dissipate their days cannot hope to live to the years reached by Moses and others. Benjamin Franklin said, "Watch your pennies, and the dollars will take care of themselves." Our new saying should be, "Watch the days, and the years will take care of themselves." Now, what is the price you must pay to gain added years? To live and grow young? The price is constructive thinking, the understanding that you have the power to think creatively, that thinking youth produces youth, that by constant right thinking, you can build around yourself a life-giving, life-keeping atmosphere that will not only add to your years, but bring happiness to your home life and success to your business. You must be your own watchman at the door of thought. You should be on duty every moment, never off guard, for your atmosphere is made up of your thoughts and acts. There are many danger signals along life's pathway, which, if obeyed, will save a wreckage. You can, by attention, make yourself sensitive to these danger signals, and in time almost automatically obey them. To live and grow young, you must banish hate, worry, and envy. You must cultivate sunshine and joy, and you must use moderation in your eating. Uncontrolled appetites and an excess of rich food will ruin your body. Many of us eat our graves open. We think we are eating food, while in reality we are eating years. Life is lengthened by moderation. Be moderate. Consider before, not afterwards. Do not jump to conclusions. Think over the price you must pay for what you are about to undertake. Do not amplify your business or home life just for the sake of splurging. Do not borrow at the bank merely because you have credit. Remember that payday comes, and if it brings worry and anxiety, it shortens life. Pause and think what your years are worth to you. A careful person in any business venture counts the cost on the financial side, but not 1 in 10 considers the cost in the value of years. Yet it is even more important to do this than to consider the financial cost. Financial obligations you may be able to meet, but it may cost you years of life to do it. Cut your loss in the things that rob you of your peace of mind, and take from you happiness and contentment, if you would like to live and grow young.
We did it again. Verizon was just named America's most reliable network by Root Metrics for the 16th time in a row, proving once again that nobody builds networks like Verizon builds networks. That's why we're building 5G right. That's why there's only one best network, Verizon. Best and most reliable based on Root Metrics reports from second half 2013 to first half 2021 of 3 operators on all network types combined, not specific to 5G networks.
Check out the latest footwear innovation from Adidas, the Adizero Adios Pro 2, which features carbon fiber energy rods that are both lightweight and precisely tuned for a more anatomical transition. Everything from the ultra-light polyester upper to the re-sculpted midsole and the reinvented outsoles are designed for speed. Visit adidas.com to learn more today.